How's it going, everybody, with another video? Today we got 3 years later, is dkoldies still a scam? Now, I will say I did try and purchase a 3DS from this company, and I tried to purchase, a modded 3DS with, any games on it. It came out to about $450, so I was like, let's not do that. But first, let's look at, other places I could potentially buy this from, or let's look at some reviews. Reviews, as everyone knows, is terrible. They don't take good care of their equipment. There's even sometimes rust on consoles, which sometimes is impossible. I don't know how certain systems can even do that. And also, it's gross. So we're going to look ahead. Is dkoldies still a scam? We're going to find out in this video. If you guys do enjoy, like and subscribe, and let's get straight into it.
It's been 3 years since I discovered dkoldies was selling refurbished consoles at extremely high prices, all while not actually refurbishing anything. So in this video, I bought a few more refurbished consoles to see if they've changed their ways or to see if they're still refurbishing consoles. Now, first box here I had shipped to a friend's address instead of my address, which is actually an important distinction to make here, but let's open it up and see what's inside. Oh yay, packing peanuts, woohoo. All right guys, got everything out, and we'll start with the PS3 here, and then we have a PS4 and some other consoles later, but first of all, let's take a look at this packing slip here. So the PS3 should be an 80 gig system, reverse compatible, which is basically backwards compatible, and good condition or good system. And as you can see here at first glance, it does look like a backwards compatible because it's got the silver trim here on the front. It looks pretty good. There's not too many scratches. It's basically impossible not to have some scratches on these things because they're just full of glossy. There are quite a few fingerprints at first glance.
Yeah, this is, that's the thing with these consoles that, takes me by surprise. With a console being refurbished, hold on, let's get this camera centered. With a console being refurbished, you would expect it to be nice, especially if you pay $500 for it. You should not have these marked that takes about 3 seconds for this to be fixed. This stuff can be automatically cleaned away within 5 minutes of cleaning.
Yes, maybe it's probably from packaging after they cleaned it and everything, but at first glance it looks pretty clean. Something's rattling around though, which is never a great nice, dude. You just can't make this up. We got a crack in the corner. Okay, not nearly as bad as last year. So last year I got this in the package, and like the entire thing was in pieces. And
that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Paying $500 for a console that literally. Okay, this is great. Oh wait, GT2. Does this guy have his own, I think this guy has his own. Yeah, it looks like this guy actually does do the exact same of dkoldies. I kind of. Now, I will say ugly, unavailable. So, okay. They're a little bit more realistic. I like that. I like this guy.
And it quite literally did not turn on. And here we go again, guys. We got a crack in the corner, which is, definition of an acceptable console from their standards, not a good system. So already getting screwed in that front, which is just great, man.
I feel like a company could get sued for this, especially for false advertising of saying oh, well, we'll give you this. Also, I hate this guy. I hate this guy in all those videos. He seems so nice. I really don't like fake people. I would much prefer someone honest and, an asshole than someone that's like, oh, I'll give away something, but, after, you give it back, that kind of thing makes me really frustrated, especially when, you see all these videos across the internet of people really wanting these consoles. Like me, for example, I really wanted the 3DS. Now that I have a console that I love, that I play with all the time, that is actually a modded console, and it'd take me $300 or $400 to buy. It costed me, a Switch OLED that was, pretty chopped, but, I didn't need it anymore. I got a 3DS that is completely modded, so I will take that, but that's a way better, deal than spending $400 on a console that would probably be damaged.
And let me just point out why this happened. So I can't really show you because I already unwrapped it on the PS3, but on the PS4 here, you can see they basically wrap a few pieces around this side and then around this side, but the corners are still exposed. There's not much bubble wrap on those corners there. So it hits the corner of the box and
you probably should get, a lot of times when consoles, they come in styrofoam to get a lot of padding. So I think the biggest thing what you should do is get foam styrofoam corners for each of the corners of the PS4. It's a lot easier, especially, I have one, so I know that a lot of these corners, if you hit it bad, it's going to be damaged. But I just think that's the best way of doing it.
It gets damaged, it gets cracked. I can't believe they haven't fixed that at this point. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a closer look at this system now. You see the other side, they have a warranty sticker that's just I don't know why that's like that. I'm not sure why they wouldn't just take that all the way off. I mean, other than that crack, it is in really nice condition. So let's go ahead and put that to the side. Take a look at what else they sent us here. It appears we have all the correct cords for our PS3 and PS4. And next up, we got a controller here, which should be an OEM controller for our PS3, and it does appear.
This doesn't look too bad. I think there's just some scuffs and stuff, but this isn't too bad.
So it's a DualShock 3 here, and that does look like it's in very nice condition here, which is good to see. But next up, let's take a closer look at this PS4 here and see what kind of condition that's in. And according to the packing slip here, we should have a PS4 in good condition here. And as you can tell, it's a limited edition console. I don't know if I've ever actually seen this one in person. It's a pretty sick looking console. And yeah, let's go ahead and take a closer look at this thing and see how it looks. Now, here from the top, it's got quite a few scratches.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty dang
scratched. Especially for a limited edition console. You know, with the PS3, it's scuffed and there's some damage to it, but it's also a cheaper, no, I wouldn't say cheaper, but a more basic model. With something like this shouldn't be this damaged. Give it a good clean.
Aussie consoles are kind of in a gray area in terms of their condition guidelines as to whether it's good or acceptable. Because as long as there's no chips and cracks in this thing, well, there it goes again. We got a crack on the corner of the system, so that should be acceptable, not good.
Do you realize how much money this will save us?
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app with Base 44. Look.
Good.
See, these are the kind of things I think I would need if I wanted to purchase a console. When I was trying to buy a 3DS, I actually got scammed 1 or 2 times. It was a little unfortunate, but it's okay. I still got one in the end. But I think the biggest thing I would ask for is pictures all around. You know, what scuffs are on it. Unfortunately, with the 3DS I got, there is a little screen. You guys can't see it. It's not on right now, but there is a I think it's like it's an LCD burn, so it's a little bit brighter than the whole screen at one specific spot. It kind of pisses me off sometimes, but it's fine. I'm gonna get the screen repaired in a couple of years when I have money, because I'm broke. That's why you guys subscribe, because I'm in desperate need. But I'm gonna quit yapping.
Guys, this is unbelievable. Again, not nearly as bad as last year, but the fact that we're still getting consoles that are cracked in the corners because they can't.
Let's skip ahead to what we see when they plug it in, because that's what that's what we're here for. Is it still gonna be turned on?
Off. You hold the button down and it never does anything, which I believe on the PS3 is considered the green light of death, where it just it thinks it's turning on, but just nothing ever happens. There's no way, guys. There is no way. Let me turn it off and on again. Give them a second chance.
No way they're giving them a false console.
Turned on here. Nothing inside the disk drive. Nothing on the screen. I can't turn the console off or anything. Let me try an AV cable and maybe that'll fix it. Okay, an AV cable plugged in, and as you can see, it's got a blue screen, which basically means my adapter and everything's plugged in correctly, but I'm not getting any output here. Let me try to reset the video settings. And again, I can't turn it off normally because it won't turn off. I have to flick the power off. What in the world? Okay, I'm trying to get in safe mode and still nothing. I just don't understand. Did this happen because of poor packaging and shipping, or did they just refurbish it wrong?
I don't even think the damage that would be on the console would affect, the actual interior hardware of it. The corner damage, yeah, that's still pretty bad, but that's only affecting the looks. Maybe something if there's ever hardware at the very corner, which is not very common for a console.
All right, let's move on to the PS4 because this thing is clearly not doing anything. We'll try to test it out more later just to make sure.
Yeah, I would. So basically, we don't know if it's truly a scam. This could just be a fuck up, to be honest. But if we also see if a PS4 is gonna do the same thing, then we know it's a scam.
I'm doing it wrong here, but I've plugged in legitimately over 50 fat PS3s in the past month or two, and yeah. So and again, it won't turn off. Okay, this is actually making me mad now. All right, let's try the PS4 out, and hopefully that's better. Oh, you know what? As I was plugging the cable into the back, dude, look at the back. Even the back is cracked there. Dude, you gotta be kidding me. There is no way. These guys, man. Whatever, let's turn it on. Maybe this thing will actually output video. We'll find out, though. Hey, there you go. It's booting up. I got output here, but it is checking
this. This is such a nostalgic screen.
Some storage, so I guess somebody just unplugged it before they should have, but whatever. Let's wait for it to boot. All right, guys, boot it up here, and we'll test out a few things, but first I want to go to the system settings and see what kind of firmware version we're on. Doesn't really matter. I'm kind of curious if they updated it recently. So we're on 11.0, so this thing has definitely not been updated recently. I don't know if that means they haven't tested it in quite a long
2023 is ridiculous
time, or if they just didn't update it. It really doesn't matter.
Because this video was filmed about 2 months ago. So, yeah, right around, well, this was December 16th, 2025. That's ridiculous.
But next up, guys, let's go ahead and toss in a game and see how the rollers are. This is a pretty common issue on PS4s where people will
I actually have this game on my PS4. Huh. Nice little sneak peek for you guys. I actually have a pretty. I don't know if this is like a rare game, but I have Rocket League. I didn't know this was a real thing because I thought that Rocket League was free, but apparently I have the collector's edition. So I didn't know that was a thing.
All their consoles refurbished, but not actually clean the rollers, so it just has a really hard time pulling this game. But no, that's good. That looks really good there. Sweet. All right, let's see if
How
it'll
fast
actually
is this
read.
gonna load
We got
up?
our game installing here, and
12
let's
minutes.
make sure. Yes, indeed, it is
12 minutes is not bad at all.
installing. Cool. And next, I want to try to connect it to the internet just to make sure that
That's copying
functionality
it, though.
works. So let's go ahead and plug an Ethernet cable in and test that out. Okay, Ethernet cable is good. Let me test out the Wi-Fi as well. And Wi-Fi does appear to work on this console as well. And at first glance, the controller seems good as well. Just pressing buttons and scrolling around and everything.
This controller looks great.
Very nice condition. Very cool controller. Again, I really like this controller. Wish I had one on my own. But next up, I'm going to pop this disk drive or the disk out of the disk drive and make sure that rolls out properly as well. And indeed, that looks good. So my guess is they probably did open this thing up and clean the inside because typically on a PS4 this old, it probably would have bad rollers that would just be really slow to push a disc out unless somebody kept their console in really nice condition. Let's go ahead and turn the console off, open it up, and see what the inside actually looks like. And guys, before we open this PS4 up and see if it was refurbished, I want to explain some more of this situation because things have gotten a little bit strange with dkoldies recently. Let me just explain what's going on. So if you remember at the beginning of the video, I told you that the first package with the PS3 and the PS4, I had a friend order those and went straight to his address so that dkoldies wouldn't know I ordered it, just in case they are tracking my address. I don't know if they actually are or not, but the more I get into it, I think they actually are. Because here's the thing. Basically, my friend ordered this on, let me find the actual dates here. So basically, as you can see here, he placed the order on 11/23/2025, and then I believe they shipped the console out on 11/24, so the next day, and then it arrived to him on 11/28. So within a 5-day span, he ordered the console, got it shipped, and
That's really good.
it arrived to him, so very quick shipping. And then as part of the experiment, I ordered a 360 here to my personal address just to see if they send me something different than what they send to other people. And let me go over the dates here because that's where things get really strange. So I ordered this on December 7th, which is a Sunday, and I expected it to ship out probably on the 8th or the 9th within a day or two. But come Thursday, December 11th, I still had not received anything, so I decided to send them an email. And when I say haven't received anything, I mean like they hadn't shipped it at all. So let me show you what I sent them. So here it is on the 11th. I said, "Good morning. I wanted to see when this order would be shipped. Thanks." And then I got a reply from dkoldies, and this is a little weird. It says, "Hello.
Thank you for reaching out to me. I took a look at your order. It's currently on hold. We need the customer to reach out and confirm some information. Please call us at blank and we can take care of it for you. If you're unable to get this through, please leave a voicemail confirming the billing and the shipping address." Whoa. This is weird.
Thank you for reaching out to me. I took a look at the order and it is currently on hold as we need the customer to reach out and confirm some information.
I never like reading these because I know the person's going to say it anyways. But
Please call us at their phone number. If you're unable to get through, please leave a voicemail confirming the billing and shipping addresses.
see, that's weird. The last 4 of your card. Like, I don't know.
Last 4 on the card and reason for the difference, and we will hand that off to the appropriate department. So this was strange for me because there was nothing odd about the addresses on my order. Like I had the exact same billing address and shipping address on the order, except I had a different name on the billing versus shipping, like a different first name, last name was the same. So like, how does that flag anything? That's really strange there. And basically, I replied back saying, "Interesting. Nobody has reached out, and I placed this order 4 days ago," which is true. I have not heard from them at all. So they're just like sending on a pending order for 4 days apparently. And then I said, "Also, the billing and shipping addresses are the same, as can be seen in the order info email below, just a different name on the address." And then I told them the last 4 of my card. Then they responded back saying, "Thanks for reaching out and confirming this information. I have passed this along to our shipping team and they'll take it from here." And that was all on Thursday the 11th. And then I guess they shipped it out that same day because I got it like 2 days later here. And
Okay, so I think that's not necessarily like a bad thing. I'm a little shocked at the fact that it took them that long for an email to be sent. But you know, they shipped it out pretty fast, and you actually got it delivered in like 2 days.
Yes, guys, I've ordered some more stuff from them since then to my personal address to like do some additional testing here. So we're gonna save this console for a future video once that additional console comes in. I don't know when it will because it's been 4 or 5 days now, and that still hasn't shipped either. Oh, and one more thing I should mention here, they do have a note on their website about shipping saying during peak holiday time, 11/24 to 12/22, please allow extra time for order processing. So like, I completely get that, and that's why I waited for a while before they even shipped it at all, before I said anything. But I ordered during that busy shipping time last year, and they shipped it again within 1 day. And also my friend ordered at the beginning of that time, and again, his shipped within 1 day. So it's just strange to see 4 days go by with no activity at all. But for now, let's open this PS4 up and see what the inside looks like. All right, so first piece coming off here, the hard
This looks great so far.
cover, and that looks very clean. clean here. I don't see really any dust and grime in there. All right, take a look at the hard drive. Looks good as well. That's not very dirty at all. Okay, got this other piece off on the top, and again, this looks very good as well. So definitely opened this thing up and cleaned it here. All right, guys, bottom piece coming off next up, and that looks good here as well.
This is like night and day from the PS3.
They definitely wiped the inside and blew it out. You really can't get in those crevices unless you actually
I think this is all he's gonna do though, so
open this thing up. So definitely opened up by dkoldies, I would assume here. Fan looks really good as well. I don't see any dust or grime there. Just a far cry from what I used to see from dkoldies, especially with the Desert PS3, you know.
Oh, that's bad. That's so bad.
Okay, power supply coming out, and that's very clean there as well. And now for the moment of truth, we can take the motherboard out and see if they replaced the thermal paste here. Flipping it over, wow, I think they did. Yeah, that looks like new thermal paste right there. Looks like probably a new battery. I don't know if they use Panasonic batteries in PS4s from factory. But hey, what do you know? Tearing down the console, they actually refurbished this one. Now, of course, they messed up either in shipping or determining whether it was an acceptable or good condition console somewhere along the line. And of course, they sent me the PS3 that just doesn't work at all. Well, other than that, it's better, I guess, kind of, maybe. Let me know.
I think the main thing you would be able to do for this console that would make it like literally peak was just fixing the very front, getting all the way rid of those scratches, and then it would be fine. It looked like they completely changed and completely refurbished. You know, thermal paste, the battery. They even cleaned up all the fans. It looks completely new on the inside.
Down below, what you think?
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that. The thing that does shock me though is like how different these consoles were. We see the PS3 not even turning on. It has cracks in the system. And then we see the PS4, it's completely refurbished and it works completely fine. That's a little shocking to me. I'm not sure what's up with that. But if you guys did enjoy, that was a pretty interesting video, actually. Go subscribe to that guy. But if you guys do enjoy, like, subscribe. Put your comments down below what videos you guys want to see in the future. Go join my Discord in the bio if you guys want to put any recommendations or any video ideas. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, have a good one.